Nec Ultima Verba.
Calan, did you see the latest trailer for Pokemon Legends Arceus?
Wow, funny that you mentioned that. I just did.
Oh my god, is that because I told you to like 10 minutes ago?
I sure hope not, because that'd be a lack of foresight on both of us. Mostly me.
Yeah, and me, because I'm currently browsing Reddit just so I can get some ideas of what to talk about that trailer, but, you know, for an episode.
This is true. That was out of context, so... Hell, it even cut
Oh,
up
I wasn't
because
paying
they're
attention.
Not going to hear any of this.
Yeah, okay, I wasn't paying attention. So, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Any Last Words podcast. My name is Calan.
And my name is Calan.
And your name is Calan.
Hey, how's it going?
It's pretty
I'm
good.
just joking, guys. It's me, Brandon.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was pretty convincing.
Thank you, I know. Reggie's here with us as well, right, Reggie?
Yeah, hi guys, I'm Reggie. I'm your manager.
Oh, wow. That's brilliant. Hey, good to see you, Reggie.
That's amazing. Actually, it was me, Calan, the whole time.
Oh my god. What the hell is this? Oh, wait. Oh, is that Jay? I see her. Is that Jay?
Is it?
No, it's not. It was just me, Brandon.
Oh my god. That is crazy.
It's a bit crazy.
Hi, Jaden.
Hi. Hey. Hi.
You're sounding a little bit hoarse there, Jaden.
Oh, you're sounding a bit pony yourself, Calan.
Oh, don't mind if I do.
Okay. Alright. Anyways.
As you can all see, our mental health collectively has survived and if not thrived as of recent. You know, we're doing amazing.
I mean, yeah, man. Okay, well, Calan, hi, how are you, Calan?
Oh, I'm brilliant, you know? Hi, how are you?
You know what else is brilliant?
Fish fingers.
Well, no, I don't really like fish fingers.
What about fish fingers with custard?
No, okay, alright, there we go.
See?
Fish fingers with custard, there you go.
Yeah, it works.
I've never actually had that. I wonder if it is any good.
No, it's probably absolutely horrible, let's be honest.
It probably is, but, you know, anything to get a bit closer to feeling like the Doctor, right? You know?
This is true.
Yeah. But, aside from that, Calan.
That's my name.
Don't wear it out.
Indeedly do.
As you can tell, we really work hard to plan these episodes week in and week out, and we did not forget to record at all this week.
We can jump in and out of topics and conversations at will at any point in time.
Exactly. So you know what, Calan, did you see the latest trailer for Pokemon Legends Arceus?
Wow, funny that you mentioned that. I just did.
Oh my god, is that because I told you to like 10 minutes ago?
I sure hope not, because that'd be a lack of foresight on both of us. Mostly me.
Yeah, and me, because I'm currently browsing Reddit just so I can get some ideas of what to talk about that trailer, but, you know.
Cynthia's ancestor.
Everyone's ancestors are in this game. It's quite interesting.
This is true. You know what, though? I don't want Looker to have an ancestor, because I want Looker to just appear.
Oh.
Well, you know, like the wormhole shenanigans?
So that would be so good.
What if Looker just ends up stuck in the past because of wormhole bullshit and he's just there?
Dude, I mean, he already looks like the 10th Doctor, right? I reckon he could just do some time travel stuff like that.
Like, wasn't it a wormhole or some shit in Alpha Sapphire and all that? Not Alpha. Yeah, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Yeah. He literally just gets wormholed into the region for like no fucking reason.
Yeah, I love that.
Like they could just wormhole him into the past.
Why not,
Legends
right?
of Arceus. Why not?
I mean, it would make sense because you haven't played BDSP yet, right?
No.
No. I didn't know this, but Looker isn't actually in the original Diamond and Pearl or BDSP, which
Interesting.
just kind of blew my mind because he was like one of my favorite characters from Platinum.
He just feels like a mainstay.
Yeah,
I guess
he's just not in it.
Yeah.
He's not running around with his epic theme or anything like that.
I've only ever played Platinum out of those 3 games. I never actually got around to Diamond and Pearl, or at least rather owning one or emulating it. I've played it on like other people's fucking cartridges and whatnot.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, but like, damn, I'd always just played the superior game.
Yeah, no, I agree. Platinum is probably still the best way to play the games, except, they're really bloody slow, so go with an emulator.
Well, that's the thing, though. You can emulate Platinum.
Yeah,
in fact,
exactly.
It's recommended that you emulate Platinum because it's an old Nintendo game.
Yeah, exactly.
So technically, Platinum runs like 50 times faster.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is the main reason why you should play Platinum, even over some people would say BDSP. I will concur that BDSP would be the best way to experience that generation, aside from unless you want to just experience Platinum. But the fact that you can speed up Platinum on an emulator, far superior.
Oh yeah, no, that's something that I'm sorely missing after playing some fan games and stuff. Is the ability to speed up through battles. Exactly. It can get so mundane and boring just sitting there mashing A, reading every single text box that says your Pokemon loves you, so it enjoyed this hit.
I saw a clip where one turn, just due to the friendship mechanics, was given like an extra 12 seconds worth of animations. One turn! An extra 12 seconds. That's crazy.
It's ridiculous how outdated the Pokemon battle system is, and the fact that they keep using the same thing every single generation and every single set of games. Like, even in Legends Arceus, they're still using text boxes instead of just, having a bit of voice acting in there. Something like that.
Man, imagine voice acting in a Pokemon game.
Yeah, I know, right?
Only happens in non-main series.
And, I don't get why in battles, in, every single regular RPG for Pokemon, they have to say what move you just used, right? You click on Flamethrower. You don't need to know that you just clicked on Flamethrower because you know you just clicked on it by clicking on it. You don't need to be told it once again.
That's true. They should just have a voiceover for when you click over the move in the first place. Like you hover over it and it goes Flamethrower.
Yeah, why not? That's good for accessibility as well for people who can't see or have poor sight and that sort of thing. So that'd be very nice. So why not? But no, instead you got to click through 54 bloody text boxes per Pokemon battle, and then there are some trainers who straight up just use 6 Bidoof, right?
It's pointless.
Right? It's pointless. That's my one gripe with the Sinnoh games as a whole. They're just bloody the same Pokemon in every single damn trainer battle.
And god damn it, Sinnoh as a whole was flawed. I can't remember if they stayed with the original decks of Sinnoh, and hence there's a severe lack of fire types. Was that still prevalent? No,
BDSP?
They added more.
In BDSP?
In BDSP, yeah, they added more.
Oh yeah, no, fire types are...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. They're good with fire types this time around. And you can get Houndoom and stuff way early on, so...
And you've got the underground and everything, so you can get other starters and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
So, etc. They've rectified a couple of the issues, but why do they literally keep the same bugs?
Whoa. I'm not sure which bugs you are referring to.
There are visual glitches you can get from running the game, just in the same areas.
Really?
There's this one specific area where if you walk up and down a couple of trees on a certain route, you get a couple of bars just glitched out.
Oh.
It's the exact same glitch from the original game in BDSP.
I remember that in the originals, because they were even a thing in Platinum, but I haven't come across that yet in BDSP, fortunately. So, yeah.
This is fair. My biggest issue is that they changed things about BDSP. They tried to do things quality of life and whatnot, but they refuse to accommodate for, the ramifications of what they do. Like they add the friendship system, forced EXP all. Well, not forced, but like it's fairly forced. A lot of people didn't know how you could get rid of it. But then they don't like change the level curve of the game. Like, didn't someone play the game before release and catch that? Because I'm pretty sure for a lot of people that was a noticeable issue when by the third gym you're double the level of the gym leader.
Yeah.
Which is an issue.
I must admit, I personally haven't experienced any of like the over-leveling sort of thing, except for the Ice-type gym leader. But that's because she's an Ice-type gym leader anyway, so it was going to be easy no matter what. But
this is true.
Yeah. I haven't experienced any of the over-leveling issues, personally. But I do kind of get the friendship thing, or the affection system, whatever it's called, where you can pretty much go a whole battle tanking every single hit, like you've got Sturdy, just constantly being used over and over, even when you're already on 1 HP.
I know, that's literally a Pokemon's ability. Why should you give it out for free?
I think it's been a thing for a few generations
now. It has been
now.
for a while, but I think it was most vexing in BDSP.
I don't know why it's so different now, because I don't remember it being that bad of a thing.
I remember, like, it would only turn up, like, once every couple turns if you were really lucky.
Yeah. And
even then, like... I just remember Sun and Moon, like, I didn't even get that until, like, the post-game.
Well, she's blazed through the game, man.
Well, it's not my fault.
Yeah.
But still, like, people who... I've seen people, like, I see streamers and whatnot, who do pretty much the exact same thing I do, where they can just blaze through the entire game, they get to Cynthia, and it's like, okay, cool, well... I've got the friendship mechanic, so this is easy as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough. Like, not everyone's going to experience the level curve. But, like, I've seen a couple people have that issue. Like,
oh, yeah, no, it's definitely an issue. But, yeah, I don't know.
Just once again, like, I feel like it shows to me that they didn't bother testing the game that much.
Don't think they did.
They didn't bother changing any issues.
I mean, I know, like, from launch, there was a bunch of issues with people getting soft-locked due to the auto-saving system.
This is true, I do recall that also.
Yeah, they patched I think all of those issues out, fortunately, like a week later. But yeah, I don't know. It is a bit unfortunate that the game started off with that many errors. But
duping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I kind of wanted to have that so I could duplicate some Pokemon, but
Did they patch it already?
They patched it out before I got the game, so.
Damn.
Yeah. Or like just after I got my hands on them, so. Yeah.
Oh well.
All in all, the one thing that saves these games for me is the fact that they are the first Pokemon games since, like, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire that I've enjoyed thoroughly.
This is fair.
Like, Sword and Shield?
My
gross.
God. Sword and Shield post-game
was gross.
I still cringe.
Dude, what? The names of the two villains of that arc was like Swordward and Shieldbird.
Yeah, like they were the worst Pokemon villains of all time. Like antagonists, they're just so bad.
And their hair, one of them looks like a penis.
Their design, I know, he's literally a dickhead. Like their designs, just outright the worst. They are the worst designed, worst written, horrible. They're not menacing or imposing in any way.
Yeah. But you know what the worst part is? The worst part is that I can remember them. I remember their names. I remember what they did.
Yeah, even I've forgotten their names. Like, that must be horrible for you having to live in this eternal torment.
Yeah. I mean, they left an impact on me, that's for sure. But you know, that's the only reason why I think BDSP are probably like the best modern Pokemon games we've gotten in a while, because they're filled to the brim with content. It's great. There's so much you can do in them. Like, despite anyone's problems with like graphics or anything like that, they're at least fun games because there's a lot to do.
Visually, like, I think overall the game's okay. Like, it's pretty decent visually, aside from the overworld character models. I still have some issue with that.
Some of them look great. Some of them look not so great. I think Cynthia looks great. Like, personally, it's just,
although she's still too short.
Still too short, yeah. But Cyrus,
they dissed my queen. Cyrus looks so fucking goofy.
Like, yeah, Cyrus is like so bad it's good, That's how
Except it should just be so good it's good.
Yeah, exactly.
Like goddamn, what is this, Family Guy?
That's true, but yeah, I don't know, man. I kind of wish they put more effort into the remakes of my first Pokemon games. That would have been nice, but at the same time, I still bought both of them. You
just bought the same game twice.
Well, I never bought the originals. Well, I just bought the same game twice. I get what you mean now. Never mind. But I got this cool steelbook.
Probably could have just gotten that off eBay.
I could have, but I got it now. Calan, I got it now. Look how cool it is on the inside.
This is fair.
And it's so cool.
So, like, that's the game case, right?
Yeah, well, I've got, like, the 2 main game cases, and then the additional steelbook that came with it as a bonus. So, I'm rolling in dough, as the kids would call it.
This is fair.
All in all, though, I think Legends Arceus might be that kind of grand reimagining that most remakes have given us. Yeah. Like, I am really hyped about the crafting system in those games.
Which has been long in the making, personally.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's part of the charm of an RPG, is just being able to make your own stuff as well. Like, you don't just have to buy everything.
I know.
It's like, it just adds more to it.
It feels more like an RPG game.
Yeah.
For once, like, I mean, okay, I mean,
it's like you got some agency, more agency, I guess. You get to control what you make and what you have in your inventory. You don't have to necessarily just
this is true.
Make $1,000 from beating up some kids' Pokemon and then.
Which, to be fair, is still a good system in my humble opinion.
It's still a good system, yeah. Like, I'm filthy rich in BDSP, but
Yeah, this is true. I mean, beating up kids is always. I mean, because, like, strictly speaking, you black out or white out after a battle when you run out of Pokemon. In my mind, that's because their Pokemon is sicked on you, and you just knock out. You're just knocked out, and they take your money.
Yeah, well, I mean, fair is fair,
and then you
right?
Crawl your way back to the Pokemon Center.
Yeah, like, fair is fair. If your Pokemon get knocked out, it's only fair that you get on the floor with them, right? Why should they be the ones to suffer? It's fair enough. And I just imagine it becomes kind of like a MMA fight between you and the other trainer. Just anything goes.
I mean, like, I've forgotten who does this. I think maybe the comics where, like, the trainers get involved in the fights. Like, it's more realistic. Like, you're... because I know somewhere, like, there's some adaptation or some canonical iteration where, like, Red is going in there and beating the shit out of people alongside his Pokemon and whatnot.
Of course, as you do. I haven't personally seen that, but that sounds very interesting. There we go.
Still, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, now Pokemon get to murder you in Legends Arceus, so that's going to be pretty cool to see.
This is true. This is true. If you do
you think they're going to bring Giratina to Legends Arceus?
I'd be so mad if they don't.
He's like the anti to,
Yeah, I mean, it feels like you just get to explore the earliest iteration of Hisui / and just surely you get to see the Dimension World.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be kind of annoyed if they just ignored Giratina entirely, because that's kind of what they did in BDSP as well.
This is true.
It's not really a prominent Pokemon. Maybe it'll be like DLC or something in the future. But yeah, I am interested to see where the story of these games go now, though. Like,
this is true.
Yeah, which is very surprising to say about a Pokemon game. I haven't said that in a while, but yeah, man, Pokemon is kind of cool sometimes.
It is. I know that a lot of it is nostalgia bait, but they do pull out some bangers on occasion.
On occasion, yeah. I mean, I gotta say, the Hisuian Voltorb.
Hisuian Voltorb, they've really leaned into this.
It's leagues better than the original Voltorb. It's got a lot more personality to it.
It is. I mean, it makes sense now. Like, Voltorb's just grown angry. Like, it's grown angry. It's become resentful of human beings.
That seems to be a common thing with all these regional forms as of late. Like,
honestly,
wasn't that the same thing for Hisuian Zorak? It's like hates people or something.
So. Yeah, it's become resentful of people. They end up dying, don't they?
Yeah, because
that's the whole point. It's a ghost type.
Yeah, and then you had like Galarian Corsola, and
this is true.
Evolution, and that's all all that jazz.
Sheesh. I mean, they're cool as fuck, though.
They are cool.
Which is good. It's our first ghost normal type, which...
I love that.
Tight. We love it.
It's such a good typing. Like, the more I think about it, it gets better and better.
It does. Which, I mean, Pog?
Yeah. But man, I gotta say, because I watched the Game Awards last week. All 3.5 hours of that. And Nintendo was barely there, right? They weren't even. I mean, they were, but like they went there. They went there to collect their award and then leave. That's literally all they were.
They didn't even win their own category, though. The family category that went to It Takes Two.
I think Metroid Dread did end up winning Action Adventure or something like that, which is really cool for Metroid.
They did, yeah. Which, I mean, good on them.
Well deserved, I think. I haven't played the games myself, but Metroid deserves some love after, the 19-year hiatus in between Metroid games.
I mean, hey, Metroid Dread. I mean, let's be honest. A lot of that was also nostalgia. Wasn't there a lot of horse shit around Metroid Dread's release? Like, people started getting angry about the price or whatnot, or just like for the quality of the game.
Maybe not quality, but maybe content, I think.
Perhaps. Because I didn't bother looking into it because I
do remember
buy it.
I think it's...
Yeah. I recall a lot of people saying that they were like supporting, like intentionally emulating Metroid Dread just to like boycott the game and whatnot.
Of course.
Due to lack of effort, that sort of thing.
Well, I don't know about that personally, but I do believe that, like, because I think it's a 10-hour or 15-hour game, right? And that, compared to a lot of modern Metroidvanias, probably made a lot of people upset. Because Hollow Knight is a $17 game here in Australia.
This is true.
And you can get hundreds of hours of content.
And they're indie devs.
And they're indie devs, which is even crazy.
Meanwhile, there's this AAA ass fucking company asking for $60 for a 10-hour game. Hell, that's $60 US in it.
Yeah, it's like 80 for us.
Yeah.
Well, 70 at best, but
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. Like, I do know that at some point, like, I mean, video games weren't always this expensive.
No.
And then at some point, I do not recall who, but just large companies started hiking up prices.
Yeah.
So now, like, if you see a AAA release, it's going to be $80 here in Australia. almost every time.
Like, I was looking up Horizon Forbidden West prices because I'm trying to hunt down a PS5, but yeah, Horizon Forbidden West is like $110 here in Australia.
Jesus,
which is insane. Like, it's a AAA title, but Christ.
No, just so everyone here is aware. Just to have it out in the open. But if either of us can get a PS5, buy two. Shall we just make that pact?
Oh, what?
I'm just saying, like if I can get my hands on some online through the online order, then like Pog, I'll get two easy. They can give the second one to you.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Cal.
We're not scalping. That's obviously we're not horrible people, or
no, we're not.
I am, but Brandon isn't.
Thank you. Well, you're not, Cal. Thank you. Sorry, you cut out for me like halfway through that, so I missed half of what you were saying. But thank you, Cal.
See, I'm just saying, if we get the opportunity, we should buy two and give the other one to the other individual, just to make this easier for both of us.
But don't you have one yet?
Well, yes, I got a pre-order, but I got that pre-order back on the 1st of November, and I've not heard any word. I was told that it would be in sometime in January, which I'm not mad about. But if I can just get one, like if there's an Amazon drop, like there was a drop for the Xbox Series S. I just got that off of Amazon and it turned up 2 days later. That sounds a lot more convenient than waiting till January.
Of course, yeah. I mean, God, because Forbidden West comes out like February 22nd, which is, I'm pretty sure, the exact day I start uni. So
sucked in.
Yeah. Part of
it's
me
the start, though. You don't do anything.
Yeah, we do. Dude, my first week of uni this entire year, we got told immediately, you're going to have to dress up next week and go to the zoo. You better be ready for that. Yeah. So that was fun.
Brandon at the zoo. Drawing animals rooting.
At the museum as well, and the Botanic Gardens and all that jazz. Cockatoo Island, and of course, yes. Yes. But
you have to go to the fucking zoo to see a cockatoo.
Yeah, just go outside, man. You find cockatoos everywhere. There's no cockatoos on Cockatoo Island. Cockatoo Island's like an entire industrial place.
Cockatoo Island is the most depressing fucking thing.
Yeah, man.
Like, goddamn, there's nothing on it.
No, there isn't. But yeah. Going back to the Game Awards thing, though.
Indeed, yes, Game Awards.
I gotta say, it was pretty sad seeing Nintendo's, 30-second commercials in between, as an ad, in between the segments. Because they used Legends Arceus footage, right? And it was just sad seeing Legends Arceus.
You only got to see 5 seconds of it too.
It was that, but also seeing it played next to, other companies and their games. Seeing how cool some of their games look.
I know.
And not to disrespect Nintendo. I love Nintendo games.
No, to disrespect Nintendo.
To disrespect Nintendo as well. But my god, after seeing Hellblade, and then you cut immediately to Legends Arceus, it just they're completely opposite sides of the spectrum, just game-wise in general, but it's just sad. It's just sad.
We've all seen the sketches of super realistic Pokemon and how horrifying and disgusting they'd be.
Yeah.
But at the same time, and this is kind of leaning, well, it's not leaning, but it's paying tribute to the idea of movies and video games becoming a similar or an almost identical medium. But we just had the Detective Pikachu movie a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
It can be
done.
People reacted well to it. It's been done. It can be done. I understand that doing that for 1,000 fucking Pokemon, not a cup of tea for anyone. But even if you just wanted to do something more small scale, Let's Go Pikachu if you did, or
maybe even what Legends Arceus is.
Yeah, or Legends Arceus. It's you don't. People do not want the entire national dex
people want the entire
good
national
games.
People also want the entire national
well,
decks.
Yeah,
but...
people want the Nat decks, but people aren't going to complain about the Nat decks if you give them a good game.
That's true.
When it comes to the main series and like you're creating a new region, people are going to want Nat decks because they're going to want to create their perfect teams and have all their favorite Pokemon and whatnot. But when you're doing something that strains in the main medium, the main format, which is just a new region or a remake with updated battle techniques and whatnot and yada yada, new gimmicks, people just want a good game. Hence, we've got Legends of Arceus. Hence, and this is where like the main issue with the Pokemon Company, rather, is that they refuse to put any money into these fucking games, and they refuse to put any effort into it because they know that no matter what they pump out, it's going to sell like hotcakes.
And I don't get what they're doing with their billions of dollars, right?
Sitting on it, bathing in it.
Why?
Fucking money shower.
If you have the money to make a great game, then spend it, right?
Literally. They've got the money to like pump out AAA quality games.
They have the money probably to like, end world hunger. Let's be real. It's almost. It's like the biggest franchise in the entire world, right? So
it's up there.
Yeah. And they're not even spending like a portion of it on their actual games.
It's fucking Japan, man.
Probably.
To be fair.
Then you got like Legend of Zelda, which is always great, so I don't know.
This is true, never mind, ignore that. Sorry, Japan. Although you're still cunts on occasion.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember the creator fucking program that they tried to do? Where like if you're going to play Nintendo games, you have to do it officially through Nintendo.
That was weird. Yeah.
And then that just got dropped almost instantly. No one fucking liked that, as it should have been.
Yeah. But Nintendo's a weird company.
This is true.
They
used to copy strike any videos that had footage of Z moves.
Z moves.
Literally Z moves. Like you couldn't play Z moves in your games. So like even the VGC channels, the official VGC channels, they had to censor them. I'm pretty sure they had to like swap cameras or some shit.
God.
Maybe. Or at the very least, like the unofficial channels, because there would be official channels, but they weren't consistent. Like they wouldn't upload all the games and everything. So all those like documentative channels, they had to censor their own content.
Damn.
Or just people who are recording their online battles and whatnot, they had to censor content.
That's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, at least it's not a problem anymore. But man, yeah, Nintendo's way behind the times. And like,
true.
I'm not saying that they need to have hyper-realistic graphics, right? It's not necessarily an important thing either. Because I know I made the comparison saying like, going from Hellblade to Legends Arceus.
I know, and
I don't know if you saw actually the trailer for Hellblade.
I saw much of it.
That was 6 minutes of gameplay, and it looked like a pre-rendered cutscene, which was insane to me.
Which is the same for the... What's that demo that they just released on PS5 with like Keanu Reeves? The Matrix, that's right.
Oh, right. Yeah.
They just released like a demo for Matrix something or other. And it is on point. Like the rendering is outstanding.
It's insane.
It is unbelievably realistic.
But then like there's one problem with all these games having hyper-realistic graphics. They all look the same, right?
This is true.
I'm
waiting for like GTA 6 trailers from people who are just playing the fucking the Matrix fucking, and they're just like, oh guys, this is actually GTA 6.
It's insane because like again, sitting through that 3-hour Game Awards show, every single game looked exactly the same. Like, I'd look down, look up again 10 minutes later, I'm like, is this the same game as before? It wasn't. But yeah, they're all dark, gloomy, hyper-realistic things. Like, I'm sure some of them are at least good games, but Man,
I'm sure many of them would be. But then at that point, like, you're going to have to start relying on creative direction. Like, like hyper-realistic, but not realism.
Yeah, I think Horizon's actually a pretty good example.
Exactly.
Of that. Like, with the whole robot dinosaurs thing, that just... I think that speaks for itself. How cool seeing that is in a hyper-realistic.
Seeing that in hyper-realism, it's cool. Like it's leaning back to that idea of like movies and video games becoming an almost identical medium, where like you see all that kind of crazy shit in movies, like from the big budget shit to like the Avengers and whatnot.
It's like Transformers, almost.
Exactly, Transformers. So they spend all the money on the CGI to make Optimus Prime look really cool and sound really cool.
And sell as many toys as possible.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the writing is complete horse shit. But
who needs writing when you make lots of money off of kids and their gullible parents? Not gullible.
But damn, can you imagine watching a movie and you get to make the decisions?
Yeah, man.
Kinda.
That'd be great.
There's no video game out there that's perfect. Like, you can't do literally anything. But you can come pretty damn close.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2. There we go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've always wondered, can you actually avoid getting to spoilers? But can you avoid getting tuberculosis?
You can do it.
Tuberculosis. You can, yeah. I always wondered about that.
Well, oh no, I meant
bothered looking into it.
Tuberculosis. There you go.
I can say it. There we go.
Yeah. No, I meant like you can't avoid catching it. Unfortunately, as Arthur, it's not. It's a part of the chain of events that leads to unlocking each mission.
It is fairly significant.
Yeah. Fortunately, there are like exploits though that you can use to kill Micah early as cool. Arthur and get his gun and stuff. But at the same time, he just respawns later on. So.
Oh, that's no fun.
No, it's not.
What happened to consequences? Like goddamn.
Exactly. That would be really interesting to see one day. Though, like a game that just is so vast where you can pretty much change the entire course of a story. Like avoiding getting tuberculosis, and that changes the entire rest of the story, or something like that.
Exactly.
It would be really interesting to see that someday.
It would be. I mean,
it would be so. That game would be in development for years, though.
It absolutely would be. Which, I mean, like, is why Undertale is so focused on stylism and choice rather than graphic. Not to say that Undertale's graphics are like low budget quality or anything, but like stylistically, there is so much creative decision and like character involves, and it doesn't rely on a realistic or high definition medium.
No, I agree.
Which is why he can release content at all, I think, because it's such a fleshed out game. Like, to an extent, almost every decision that you make, while technically you're limited in some ways, and a lot of the time it's yes and no scenario, where a lot of choices will result in the same outcome, just with a couple of changes in dialogue, which is still cool.
Yeah.
But the ramifications, I suppose, it's all there. But can you imagine if like Toby Fox just had like AAA-ass budget and everything?
He would probably...
And not just scummy Nintendo money from Sans being... And actually, he probably didn't even get money out of that, because let's be honest, did he... Because he got Sans in Undertale. He got Sans in Smash, but then he also ended up composing shit for Nintendo.
He made music for Pokemon, I think. So.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he composed the Battle Tower theme.
Yeah.
In Sword and Shield. Okay, he probably did get money out of it, but I like to think that he didn't.
That just helps your point, right?
Exactly.
No, yeah. But I imagine...
Nintendo was saving up to buy Sora.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean... God, they're probably still paying Disney back, let's be real. Just for that, like, 3 seconds of the Disney logo.
Exactly. $400 million just for those seconds. For every match that Sora is in, using the online, it's like a $10 fee.
Every YouTube video as well, it's just, they get a portion of it, but, yeah.
Can you imagine if Smash Ultimate just gained like $10 in price after Sora's release?
Hey, you know what? I'd understand, to be completely honest. I'd completely understand.
Unironically. So he had to sell his fucking soul for Sora.
Oh, God. Man, Jesus Christ.
I want to know how expensive Sora was.
It would be really interesting. It would be, but I would say that is actually like, big budget money well spent, I think.
Yeah, I'd say so as well.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn. Rest in peace, Etika.
Yeah.
That was like one of the main characters he wanted in Smash.
Ah, damn.
So like when the Sora reveal came up, because there's like a consistent thread going on Etika's last tweet of like people like, talking, reminiscing and whatnot, or something cool happens, like, hey Etika, this shit happened.
Oh.
And it just started flooding with people celebrating about Sora and Smash, like, yeah, we did it, bro. Sora's in Smash, man, we did it. See, that made it for me. I don't have a particular attachment to Sora myself, but
same.
Honestly, it was worth it for that. And Doom Guy got in anyways. So.
Yeah, Doom Guy's in there, which is really nice.
I got everything I could ever have wanted, aside from Smash Ultimate, which I still don't own.
Oh, God. No, yeah. Same, don't worry. But
Indeed.
Yeah, no, but
yes.
I think just going back to what you said.
Good. Continue.
Yeah, just going back to what you said about like what would happen if Toby Fox had that kind of money, right? I feel like he'd probably still just make the exact same game,
I mean, strictly speaking, he did have that money.
Yeah.
Like if I recall from the fundraiser, he got a lot more than he asked for, which is a good thing, as it should.
Yeah. And also, he's like an indie.
I think he'd make the same game, but he'd be able to... I don't know if he'd be able to make them more quickly, per se, because that does alter the creative process.
Sure, yeah.
But, like, I think it'd be a lot less stressful.
Yeah.
But then again, surely he's not that stressed out because he literally gave out Chapter 2 of Deltarune for free, because I imagine that he's still able to live or work comfortably.
Yeah.
Unless he's just that selfless. But I imagine that was a calculated risk or maneuver, I suppose.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Because, I mean, that was several years in the making.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know he released it for free. I thought he was going to, like, release it, and have people pay for it. That's
like, each of the chapters is going to be, like a whole-ass game, which is fair because they are.
Yeah.
But he said he gave it out for free because it came out towards the end of, or at least, like, towards the sort of concluding chapter of the second wave of COVID. And now the third wave's going to turn up any minute now, but I won't mention that.
Fair enough. Well, that's very nice of him. What a legend.
It was very nice of him. It was a good game.
And he's an indie dev, right? Like,
yes, he has a very small team.
Yeah.
I do believe he did actually start recruiting people, but like it was a very, very tight process. He needs people that shares his creative vision. Like, I believe it was just him and his wife, and like he was doing pretty much everything.
Damn.
And his wife was like helping with modeling and whatnot, but he was doing music, audio, Foley, character design, modeling, animation, etc., set design, etc.
Damn. Yeah.
But yeah, he has recruited, I think, a very small team of individuals.
That's good. Yeah. Good for him.
The man needs a fucking needs a little help.
I mean, yeah. I suppose, like, at least from what I know, Hollow Knight, it's like made by a team of 3 people, and they still only have the 3 of them, as far as I know, working in the sequel, which got announced 3 years ago. Has received like 2 updates in those 3 years, but it's fine. It's been an easy wait, Yeah, but yeah, and. They released the game for like $17, so it's insane. They're not greedy, which is really nice to see. Because I'm sick of spending like $70 on games that aren't worth $70, like Sword and Shield. But and Let's Go. But either way, yeah. Now, Calan, very important. Have you been watching Hawkeye?
I have.
How good is it, man?
I adore.
You are adore? Okay.
I mean, as in, like, I adore it so far.
Fair enough. I would have to say it's probably my favorite of the MCU shows. Maybe I've said this in previous episodes.
It is. You've said that a lot, actually. This is becoming a recurring theme.
Every week, it just gets better and better.
It does, especially after the reveal from this week.
Yes, indeed. Okay, good, you've seen it, but
I have.
Yeah, just that whole spoiler alert for Hawkeye, by the way, in case you haven't caught up. Episode 5 we're talking about. But
indeed, we do.
That whole conversation between Yelena and Kate Bishop was one of the funniest things from the MCU I've ever seen in my entire life.
Because mac and cheese tastes like dog shit.
Mac and cheese well, okay, wait a minute.
It's microwaved mac and cheese, Brandon. It tastes like dog shit.
It's bad, but it's not bad.
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, we'll save that for another day, Calan. When we see each other in person, then we'll decide who's right and who's wrong. You'll probably end up being right, not gonna lie. But yeah. No, I just loved every minute of that scene where Yelena is just... It's not really passive-aggressive, is it? It's more like...
No.
It's like a weird type of threatening, but in a charming way, Well,
I mean, I think the casualness of it is what's threatening.
Yes. Yeah.
She's able to act so casual.
Yeah. She starts the conversation off by saying, "Hi."
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Do you want some mac and cheese? I made some.
I love that. But yeah. And I'm surprised to say this, but I think they've made Hawkeye my favorite Avenger now. Of the original Avengers, at least. But yeah.
Sheesh. I mean, I feel that. Because, I mean, Hawkeye he's very down to earth and reasonable. Complete contrast in just about every other Avenger.
Yeah. Even Black Widow, she's also one of the more grounded Avengers, but it's just so much easier to resonate with Clint, I think.
Exactly.
That whole confrontation with Maya as well, towards the end of the episode, was brilliantly done.
It was. I mean, it's interesting because there's another one of those scenarios where if everyone just sat the fuck down and talked things out, they just sorted everything.
Yeah.
That they just can't. Like if Yelena just took 5 minutes to have a chat with Clint.
Yeah, exactly.
And if Clint just had a 5-minute talk with Maya,
Which he did. That's what he did. He forced her down. He's like, listen to me for a second, god damn it. And yeah, he just kind of confessed to his crime, but then also told her about the other crimes. So
this is true. He did. It's interesting. The characterization of Clint Barton is interesting here. I'll note that in the comics, like Kate Bishop and whatnot, come from like. If I recall, Clint buys out like an entire apartment block as like a free rental kind of area. Like from his, Avengers money and whatnot, because you kind of forget that he's rich as hell.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, are they? Yeah, I think I brought that up because I'm interested in as to whether or not they're shaving things from the comics, which I feel are reasonable to shave when they had the time to bring Pizza Dog. Which, to be fair, it'd be a crime if they didn't bring Pizza Dog.
Yeah. The dog is pretty much one of the selling points of the whole MCU at this point, let's be real.
This is true.
Like, for Kate Bishop going forward, if the dog is not there, she's not going to sell that well.
Exactly.
Right? Like,
It's fucking Pizza Dog,
Yeah. Yeah. But, also, I gotta say as well, that reveal at the end of Kingpin.
I know, they're bringing in Kingpin. I do not know if it is the same Kingpin from the Daredevil series.
I think it is, because I remember seeing people saying, like, oh, the actor's returning. That's really cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Which means that there's theories about Spider-Man's lawyer being Matt Murdock.
I know, I saw that, actually, yeah. And they did just recently announce that the actor for...
now that I think about it, Spider-Man No Way Home and this episode of Hawkeye did come out
I know.
about the same time.
I know.
So that's probably a thing that we're going to find out on Sunday.
Yeah.
Or you will, because I'm seeing it on Saturday also.
Hey, there we go. Yay. I'm seeing it on Saturday also, actually.
Oh, look at that. So we'll find out on Saturday.
Wait, are we seeing it on Saturday together? Is that what you're telling me, Calan? I'm joking.
No. Well, I'm seeing it in gold class on Saturday. So.
Okay. Sure thing, Calan. Right. Gold class.
Pageant.
Yes.
Indubitably, verily so. Yes.
Yeah.
Regardless, that'll... the next week's a Christmas episode. Well, we could fit in Spider-Man for Christmas.
Well, it is a Christmas movie if you think about it.
Is it?
No. Who said that?
Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie, and it came out in June or something, so
This is true. But we should watch Die Hard together for Christmas.
Oh, God. You put kayak, other buckets.
But either way, I think that we've gone on long enough.
Yeah. I need to get around to watching the Sam Raimi films now. So I've got to binge them before No Way Home.
I've got to remember, how the other Spider-Man lived.
Just in case, maybe they'll... Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield might appear. Maybe, just in case. Who knows, right?
Who knows?
Anyways.
Perhaps.
That'll do it.
Funny, though.
All right.
Either way. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed listening to this, don't forget to throw us a like and there's a screwboo down below. Show this to your grandmother. I know her well. If you like the art that is around for the first 7 episodes before Jay left us, that you can find at ghosting_Charlie on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. Tumblr of which he doesn't use anymore. But ping her anyways.
Yeah.
Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, some other weird random bullshit no one uses. If you use it, I'm sorry. And
bye.
Fuck off now.
I said it first.
You did. Okay, 30 seconds of random bullshit.
Wait, do you want me to just say for 30 seconds?
Let me just end it on Allianz Insurance.
Okay.
Allianz Insurance. How can I help you?
I need medic.
I'm sorry for coming in late. I thought you had it.
No, she made me laugh.